Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. It's Friday the 29th of September. The dust still settling on that really disappointing game last night. Ronald Koeman was before the press today. Again, reiterated this point that the players seem afraid and scared to go forward. It says all the right things for me in that, there's nothing wrong with going long into channels if there's no short pass on. Other things like take shots were too slow, too many balls back. And you wonder what the instruction is before the game to the players, what they're working on. Are they working on this short passing game? Are the players just disregarding what he says and doing their own thing? Because that's kind of what he was alluding to. He's kind of saying, we send them out with this plan, they do that, and it's not working. But a lot of what he said was correct. It's about getting forward. It's about having chances. It's about taking, one less touch. But let's see if he can get that point across to them, because there lies the problem. If he can't get his game plan across to the players, then we have a real issue, don't we? We have a real issue because they're not carrying out what the manager wants them to do. Looking back over the game last night, I think, I said at the time I didn't know whether I was too harsh on what I said after the game, but today the feeling for me is just one missed opportunity. We worked very hard to get into the Europa League. Some people bemoaned it and were like, we don't want to be in it, we want to aim higher than that, but let's be honest, we're not good enough to go higher than that at the moment. We're really not. So for me, I want to be in the Europa League, but now it's going to take a big effort for us to get out of this group. We're going to have to beat Lyon, potentially home and away, or maybe take 4 points off them. We're going to have to beat Atalanta at home, and we're going to have to win in Cyprus to get out of the group. That's what I think it's going to take. And at the moment, I just don't see that happening. Whether we get a little bit of form and we simplify stuff and we get on a roll, then of course things can change like that. Koeman's got form with slow starts each season. Southampton, both years he started poorly. Last year for us, we had that period of 1 win in 10. Of course it can turn around, but at this moment in time, nothing's pointing to the fact that we're just going to click, because the formation doesn't kind of work, that he's swapping too many players. So something is going to have to click. Let's hope it happens very quickly. A big bright spot from last night was Nikola Vlasic for me. Thought he was magnificent in the second half. Real energy, took his goal well, put a goal on a plate for Calvert-Lewin at the end, and he should have buried it. But so I was really pleased with that, and that gave me some heart. News today said that Phil Jagielka and Michael Keane, they'll make a decision on those two centre-backs tomorrow. I'll be honest, I think we could probably do with Keane just for the height aspect against these. I'd play Holgate and Keane probably, because Ashley Williams is having a nightmare. If Jags is available, get him and get Williams out, because at the minute Williams is struggling big time for some form. Quite a few players are struggling for form, but Williams is really struggling for form. Ronald Koeman did say Wayne Rooney, seen him holding his in a bit of pain like a couple of times last night with his hand. He hasn't broken it, so he will be available for the game. Scored his third goal of the season, of course, last night. And yeah, the focus very much will turn to Sunday, because it's such a big game. Sean Dyche has been saying, Everton are a good side and they're struggling at the minute and we're not going to take anything for granted. This is Burnley saying they're not going to take it for granted when they play us at Goodison Park. And that to me, as right as Sean Dyche is, that to me tells its own story about where we are at the moment. We've played a lot of games and we haven't found anything at the minute. So yeah, everything points to Sunday. It's a big game. We win Sunday, we'll feel a little bit better about the break, won't we? We'll be on 10 points then, won't we, from the first 7 Premier League games, I think it is. So we need to win the game. End the story. It's going to be very difficult. They're a good side, in terms of organisation. They know what they're doing, but they're a very beatable side, and it's up to us to get the ball into Calvert-Lewin, get Niasse involved early. Niasse for me has got to start with Calvert-Lewin. They've got to be there and get at Burnley and make Burnley know they're in a game. Just simplify everybody's role and just get at these. A bit of, well, not a bit of transfer gossip, which is, again, all that you're getting at the minute, obviously, because it's only September. The manager did talk about Giroud today in his press conference, did say he was, disappointed they'd missed out on him. Said we need a target man in January. We know that. They need that target man to be walking into Finch Farm on the 1st or the 2nd of January. So that work needs to start now. So Steve Walsh, you need to get your act together, you and Ronald, and get that sorted so that we can get our target man in the very first opportunity we can in January. One player that's been linked with us quite heavily again today is Kevin Gamero, Atletico Madrid. Obviously, Diego Costa arrives there in January, and Gamero, I think he's shot 16 in 48. It's not amazing, but he was very, very good at Seville for scoring goals. He's not a typical target man, which is what Koeman kind of points to wanting, but he is quite quick. He plays on the shoulder, and he was prolific for Seville, so he's one maybe to look out for, obviously along with the likes of Cavani and people like that. Don't forget to give the final word a little look if you can bear to. Our instant match reactions are on there. Do the starting 11 tomorrow for you. Make sure you've subscribed, make sure you click the notification button and join us on Patreon as well. Why the hell not? Come on, let's all stick together. We need to be positive somehow, and we need to start winning some games. I've been Baz. See you soon on Toffee TV.